Okay, so we're looking at this problem. It says write an equation that expresses the following relationship. P varies inversely with X. In your equation, use K as your constant of proportionality. All right, so P and X are related somehow. So P is equal to something with X. It tells us that they're inversely related, which means that X is in your denominator and our K is our numerator. All righty. So what this means is that if you plug in values for X, then your P is going to do the opposite which way you're going. So like if I was plugging in numbers in for X that kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, my P is going to get smaller. So for example, if like my K is 1, you could pick any K, but if my K is 1, just to make it a little bit simpler, P is equal to 1 over X. If I start plugging in values for X, like if I plug in, let's say X is equal to 100, then my P is going to be 1 over 100. So my X is getting bigger, my P is getting smaller. My P is a fraction. If I plugged in X is equal to 1,000,000, then my P is going to be 1 over 1,000,000, which is much, much smaller. Or if I did the opposite, if I said X is equal to 1 over 10 is a fraction, my P is going to be 1 over 1 over 10, which is 10. Same if I said X is equal to 1 over 1,000, then my P is going to be 1 over 1 over 1,000, which is 1,000. So as my X is getting bigger, my P gets smaller. Or as my X gets smaller, my P gets bigger. I'll break these up just a little bit. So that's what it means whenever it says inversely with X. That means that as my X is getting bigger, as my X gets bigger, my P gets smaller. Or as my X gets smaller, my P gets bigger. And you can play around these with different Ks, and it won't matter because your K is just a constant.